Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Now, last time out, we completed Lilia's quests, the sublight quests. I don't think we'll be getting any more from her. We pissed her off quite a lot. She asked us to go kill a doctor in Byzantium. We went and interrogated the doctor and found out that actually the doctor wasn't all that bad. Just bear with me a second, I'm just getting my... there we go. Just getting myself in order. I've just sat down again after a quick break. So yeah, we went and we spoke to the doctor. We decided not to kill the doctor because apparently she's doing some good. So we went back and talked to Lilia about that, and she now hates us. The board also now hate us because we went and sent a message from the... we sent a message on behalf of Minister Clark from Rockwell's terminal, by the looks of things. We also watched a really cringy video with Rockwell. The less said about that, the better. So we only have one thing left to do right now, which is to go and get the DS, the dimethylene sulfoxide, or whatever it was called, which is what Phineas needs in order to rescue people from the Hope. We did find out one of the reasons why people on the Hope were left stranded. It's part of the plan.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
I think I might chat to Ada for a little bit as well in a second. But yeah, the freezing of people, basically there's not a lot of food left in the colony. So the solution is to put people in animated status, frozen animation, sorry, not animated status, frozen animation for prolonged periods of time, and then basically do it like a rota system. So some people get frozen, some people get thawed out, and then they work for a bit, then they get frozen. We also found out last time that the retirement colony in Byzantium isn't quite all it's cracked up to be. In other words, you die and you get incinerated. But yeah, let's see if Ada's got some stuff to say.
Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw, beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast! Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
I wonder how long that message has been sat there.
What's that? What do you mean? Do you have any examples of secrets you have kept from me? Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself. What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion. How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment.
Okay, so I guess Ada is like the unofficial extra companion in the game. Let's head back to Roseway. That's not Roseway. Roseway's over here. I'm learning where all these places are.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
I'm wondering if this shore thing is genuine or not, whether it's a trap. We'll find out in a second. Also got to remember where shore is. Let's see, down here. Bit of game lag there. I think the first time we came here it was night, and I've not walked this walk since. I'm not going to walk it now either. Let's see, covert lab, storage facility. Yeah, I think here's where I need to go. It's nice seeing these places at different times of day though. It's pretty cool. We're sure in the comms. Who are you?
Still a lot of Raptidons out there. We'll take care of them.
Sure. There's no one in here. There's the bar. Hang on, keep hold of my bearings for a second. Roseway Luxury Apartments, not the right place. Where's the lab? Must be this way. Ah. Sure.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that. Aha. I knew that it'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated. The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
Fair enough.
I'll keep it down. Ain't stealing if no one sees.
Might as well help myself with some stuff while I'm here. Right. Cheers to the gun. See you later. Right, back to Byzantium now then. So, hang on, let me check out that weapon. I've forgotten what it was called already. It must be down here at the bottom. It's not the greatest. Almost tempted to sell it already.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Of course they are. Right, back to...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Back to Byzantium. I think, as a Brit, I feel like I should be pronouncing it Byzantium. Who knows? Who knows? The only people that do know are the people that used to live in Byzantine. Byzantine. Alright, fast travel. It's all about the fast travelling at the moment. Back to the Acropolis district. That's very Greek, the Acropolis. And this way. Now how am I going to get past this door? Ah. Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Ministry of Accuracy. Sounds so clinical. Okay, that door's barred. Oh, hello. There's actual people in here. Wow. Who are you? You're just a clerk. restricted access. That feels like it's the way we're meant to go.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerks? Ooh, gives me the shudders, too.
For God's sake, Ellie.
What do you actually do down there?
Best not to ask. Remember that? Speak on the side, one of them dropped.
Okay. I don't actually know what I've done there. Updated the quest. Sure. Maybe there's someone I can blackmail into helping. Okay, that's also restricted. Can I come up here? There are doors I can open. Good stuff. Anything down this way? There's always a bathroom. In fact, is that a bathroom? No, this is a toilet. Not a bathroom. Again, as a Brit, I feel I need to correct people on that. Aha, hello Caroline. Yeah, let's have a little chit chat with you in a second. First of all though, is there a Theodore around here somewhere?
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right, you weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody with possible connections to Phineas Wells. And, well, Tillman designed all those wanted posters.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman? Ugh, that's disgusting. Can't believe I had lunch with the guy.
Sorry, did they arrest the guy who designed the wanted posters because he has a connection because he designed the wanted posters?
Sorry, I'm kinda in the middle of something. I knew it! He's eating your lunch too, isn't he? That greedy little cysty pig. This is great. I finally have someone else to complain to.
Do these people got nothing else to occupy their time? Complaining is a competitive sport in Byzantium.
You'll get your turn. Right now, we're talking about Theodore. Oh, that's no problem. I can get you into the lab. In fact, let's go there now. Theodore's out right now, but we should be ready when he gets back. That way, everyone can see you chew him out. This is going to be so good.
Alright, that was easy. Let's see. So we just have to follow her now. Why do they walk so slow? Can she not just jump down there and crack her ankles like I would? Or maybe I can't. The railing's too high. I would if I could though, believe me.
Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt. I'll wait here for Theodore.
Oh.
Just in case
Cheers, mate.
he comes in.
Go on through.
Alright, there's a lockpick. Don't want to do that. And this side. Also a lockpick. Don't particularly want to do that either. Don't want to steal anything. Put your gun away, Mark. Jesus Christ. It's the last thing we want right now. Oh, okay, so this just goes into here. Nothing of interest. Not really sure why there's a locked door. I guess this is a security checkpoint. Alright. Into the belly of the beast.
I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 415. That's actually spectacular.
I saw variants in the results that we never accounted for, so I had the techs run the trial again. And the results were 0.0.
Why does it say restricted area?
Significant mean anything?
Of course, but we're obligated to explore every possibility.
We're obligated to get a working formula before we have all in tanks to help test it.
I need to head back to the elevator. I mean, technically we get 3 chances with the disguise, but I'd rather not push my luck. Okay, these are literally just locker rooms. Not very exciting. If there's a way to turn off the need for restricted access, that would be really handy. Oh wow. That is a cryopod. Okay, this place is massive. Please no one interrogate me. Please no one interrogate me. Please no one see me. That would be really handy. Oh, we'll just go over there.
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.
That's an 86%.
Okay. Lots of dead bodies. Oh, it's Giles. He might be able to help us. Let's go chat to him.
My mysterious Sprat Savior. What an unexpected surprise. But what are you doing here?
Now, how does he recognize us when we've got our hologram on?
On the other side of the lab? Why, that requires a top-level clearance. After all, we're running low on the stuff. Oh, very well. I really shouldn't be doing this. But you did help me out. Take this keycard. It'll get you into the hibernation lab where the remaining dimethyl sulfoxide is. If you're seen by any of the guards, however, I'm afraid I can't help. Good luck.
Dimethyl sulfoxide. That's what it's called. I really want to explore this whole lab, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to be... Well, there's a lot of places I don't want to be caught in. That's for sure. Right, refresh. Scientist. Gonna have to get rid of the terminal. So, Phineas worked here.
I think I've figured out what you need. Besides a smoke and some privacy, our crew's like a machine. All the parts got to work together or we'll shake ourselves to pieces. I've never been good with metaphors, Parvati. We need each other to work right. You need a team, and I need someone who'll be truthful with me, even when it hurts. The only thing I need is people staying the hell out of my business. If that were true, you wouldn't be here. You're acting real funny. You dropped a wrench on your head or something?
It's very nice, Ellie. She was only trying to be friendly. Alright, I'm just going to come in here now and get the thing that we came here for. I thought that was going to be a... Okay. Here comes the first interrogation. So through there's where we need to go. You don't care who I am. He cares. He cares.
I can take a hint.
Shut up, Parvati. Okay, the scientists don't care, but the guards do. That's all I need to know, really, is stay away from the guards. This is proper stealth now.
Huh? Something's not right. I'm gonna go have a look.
Oh, let me jump over.
Lawbreaker! No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going to need to see some identification. Let me guess. She's still holding the catch-up packet incident over Holt's head, right? We've talked to her before. She can't keep letting her special friends down here. Believe me, you're not the first. Just get out of here. I don't want to catch you hanging around.
So, how many other people have come down here and stolen stuff? Oh, security. That might be a good place to come. I don't think it was a good place to come. I was hoping there might have been like a key card or something. Oh, there might still be. That we can take. Right. Sorry I go quiet during these bits, but I don't know about you guys, I get very tense when I'm sneaking around these places. So that's where I need to be.
Ellie, we gotta talk. My second least favorite set of 4 words. Here we go.
You gotta stop treating me with kid gloves. I'm not gonna fall to pieces if you look at me sideways, and I'm not going away. It's fine if you don't like me, but we gotta find a way to work together. For the crew.
Never heard you sound this forceful. It's kind of refreshing.
Alright, there's that guy. Again, it's all about stealth. I need to go in here and turn left. Crap.
What? Hold it right there.
Oh, crap. Please tell me you don't know I'm here. Oh,
No
balls.
visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going to need to see some identification. Sure. I've heard that one before. Oh, stop. Stop. I don't want to hear anymore. Just don't let me catch you again without your ID, okay?
Ugh, I don't even want to hear the end of that story. Okay, maybe if I go up and over the top. Ooh, hacking skill too low. Having the Vicar would have probably helped there. Oh, for crying out loud. Right, well I've got my disguise. I'm gonna let this guy walk past.
Keep your eyes out for dissidents.
Okay, so that takes us to that elevator. Oh, balls. Right, okay. I just wasted the rest of that hologram. Oh, frickin' hell. I didn't see you there. You're just a generic scientist, right? Yeah. No offense, you're no one important. Now, where's that guard? Don't mind me. Definitely don't mind me.
Hold it! This area is for authorized personnel only. You're not supposed to be here, are you? I guess that's what I was wondering. When you put it that way, it does sound pretty unlikely. Still, you should go. I don't think the other guards will be as rational about this as I am.
You're being rational. Okay, we're basically on our last one.
So you really want to be real, huh? Sure do. All right. From now on, you're getting raw, unfiltered value. Hope you got some rubber gloves.
Okay, and breathe. I'm kind of glad that the options reset there, though. I thought we only had one more chance to get caught. Looks like we might have the full house again. Boy, do you really have to sneak around in this place. I don't even think we got to the hard bit yet. I think the hard bit is here. Speaking of. Okay, here he goes. There might be a fight on our hands in a second. Alright, before we do this, where are my companions? Oh, there. Pavati, you were always my favourite. Ellie, I'm sorry that your parents are absolute snobs. Do we want to kill everyone? Yeah, I'm doing this to preserve some life. Alright, all we gotta do now is sneak out.
Something's changed with my pistol's trigger pull. You been tinkering again? Maybe just a little. Is that alright with you? It's a lot smoother. Thanks. Happy to help.
Ah, good. Let's bring this out here. Oh, it's going to be stealth, isn't it? Yep. But. It keeps telling us the same things over and over again. I don't get why. Alright, out we go. Still no confrontation. And there was still a huge section of that lab that we didn't actually explore. Alright, back to the ship. Back to Phineas. We haven't seen Phineas in ages. Good old Mr. Wells. So he was a scientist in the lab. Oh, okay Google, stop. That's my alarm going off.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
Sorry, taking drink while she's talking. Yes, I've got my alarm set. That tells you how early in the morning I'm actually recording these videos. The fact that I've got my alarms going off.
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. There's exactly one vessel in all of Byzantium that looks like it dropped out of an aetherwave drama. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. and he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
I don't know what
We have
to do.
successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
I'm also stuck here because I kind of want to take the Vicar with me. Pavati and the Vicar are like my moral compasses. Particularly since the Vicar had his stony moment a couple of episodes ago. But Ellie's a doctor, and I feel like there's a medical opinion needed here as well. And Pavati's the moral compass and Ellie's the knowledge. So I think I'm just going to take these two still. It's really hard to not take these two. So right now, I'm going to stick with this one. See if there's an option to talk to him about the fact that they've got in touch. What the hell? Oh. I was about to say, what the hell? Oh yeah, this is ours, isn't it? Forgot about that. Okay.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak.
to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful? You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How can I help? Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers. Scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. Certainly. How can I help?
So, sneak onto a lost colony ship and skip it across the system. What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I won't wish you luck on the Hope. What? You absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. This is just my way of buying myself a little time. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
Okay. I had a feeling there'd be an alternative. So let's do that. Right, I want to put it into lockpick. I want to put the whole shebang into lockpick.
You've done fine work for Sublight. By the transitive property of reputation, I am now in Sublight's good books. Well done. What's on your mind?
Okay, no new dialogue there. So, it looks like we're heading towards the Hope. I kind of want to leave this episode on a cliffhanger though before we get to the Hope. Because I'm an evil bastard like that. Also, we could have just fast traveled back here, but sometimes a walk is good, you know? Stretch your legs, see the world. Blah, 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 blah.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Because I'm not in the business of arresting my own allies. You have my word. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Alright, in that case, that fits in very nicely. We're going to go speak to Sophia instead.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Alright, we got the mole compass. Oh. Where is he? Felix? Where is he?
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Felix.
Caution. Unexpected turbulence may cause loose containers to topple from the upper shelves. If you are crushed to death, I'll need to find a new captain.
Just like the last one. He must be up here somewhere. Which one was his again? Oh, he's here.
You know, they're gonna make a serial about our adventures one day. I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of The Skip Job. No, wait, I got it. Hope in Dark Times. Get it? Hope? Like the ship. That's what folks in the business call wordplay.
So at times like this, Felix, I wish I left you on Groundbreaker.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Got a list right here. Thrilling tales of the unreliable. Or maybe spine-chilling stories from the edge of the system. Was also considering astounding adventures in the ether. I'm partial to that last one. Not bad. Got a nice ring to it. Stealing the hope from the board, skipping it across the whole damn system. This is gonna be great. I can't wait. Enough to boost my pay? I'm just kidding, boss. I know you don't pay me. I'm sure you've got plans to make. As for me, I gotta keep practicing my signature dropkick. The Hope might have cameras.
Is that seriously all you wanted to talk about?
Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. Then, one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Okay, maybe we're not going to go talk to Sophia. Sophia? Sophie. Sophia. I think we're going to go fly to Scylla instead. Remember to take Felix with me. Let's leave the doctor behind. Good old Ellie. We'll take Felix with us. Don't really know what Felix is. Pavati's the engineer. Sam's the cleaner. Slash, you know, autonomous robot. Vicar is kind of meant to be the moral compass. Ellie's the doctor. And that just leaves Felix.
Hey you, looking for something? Where do you think you're going? Yeah, the captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
Wow, your security's a bit lax.
Got my sights on you.
Charming. I have a feeling this isn't the right way. Wrong turn. That's fine. Hello? Is there a door? Oh yes. New recruit, eh? So this guy Harlow seems to think that Felix is just going to drop us and run to him. Makes you wonder.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
God damn it, it's always the toilet. Looks like they're scavengers. No, don't mind me, mate. I'm just reading the terminal. I'm a snooper, you see. Were we here just now? We were here just now. Okay, secret way through. Or blatantly obvious way through and I just missed it.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man?
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good. There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix's family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him. I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token. Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you'd never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with? Let's hear it. I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you. A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight. Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready. The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay. Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time. Something on your mind?
Okay, so we have another little task to do. Before that, though, we're going to wrap things up. And next time, we are going to go talk to Sophia. So I'm going to fast travel back to the Unreliable. And whilst that's happening, I'm going to say thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And, of course, if you're enjoying the series. Tell me how you got through that lab for a start. Because I don't think I did the best stealthy method. And actually, stealth in this game is something I'm still trying to get my head around, because the whole hologram thing is a really good mechanic, but at the same time, once it expires, you're kind of stuffed. And there are occasions where you have to go past an enemy, which is what happened to me. I had to get past that extra person, and that's how I got caught. Fortunately, I have my 3 lives, so it wasn't the end of the world, but even so, I kind of feel like the hologram thing is a good idea in principle, but not so much in practice. That kind of thing. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below anyway. Besides that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.